Hello to those of you just jumping on. My name's Steve. I'm one of the instructors here on Melissa's team, and I'm happy to help you today. Go ahead and post in the comments on what state you're studying in, which exam you're studying for, and I'd be happy to help you with any of your questions. Hey everyone on YouTube. My name's Steve. I'm one of the instructors here on Melissa's team at the Insurance Exam Queen. Go ahead and post into the comments on what state you're studying in, which exam you're studying for, and I'd be happy to help you with your questions. Awesome. Brittany's in Alabama studying adjusters. Miss Dixon's in Texas. Rhonda's studying for New York Life. Hi, everybody. Hi, Juro, studying in Georgia. Nice. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Great. Cresta, Texas. Nice. PNC. Florida, PNC, Ellie. Coffee, Health Adjusters. Cool. Judith, Texas, PNC. Courtney, Florida, Life and Health. We have Juro said studying you have 2 years studying. You're afraid to make the test the first time. Juro, the best thing you've been studying for 2 years. The best thing is to schedule your test. At this point, you need to schedule it and give yourself a deadline to shoot for and be ready. After 2 years of studying, I don't think you'll have the confidence to schedule the test and go for it. So you need to schedule it and tell yourself you have to be ready by that date. Start trusting yourself. Watch our About to Study video before every study session you do. And then the day of your exam, watch that Pump to Pass video. I have them pinned to the top of the comments on Facebook. I can put them here on YouTube. So it won't let me post all my links at once. So here's the About to Study video on YouTube that I'm talking about. Excuse me. And here's Pump to Pass. Okay. Emily, studying life and health, is living benefits considered a rider? So, Emily, most of the living benefits are considered rider. So, it's chronic illness and which one was it? Blanking right now. Hang on. So things like disability, the payer, a waiver of premium, all those are going to be extra. But chronic illness and accidental death are not the they're just included. But anything other than that is something you're going to need to pay extra for. In the form of a rider. Yeah, the accelerated death benefit. accelerated death benefit and the chronic illness are the only two that do not require the rider. The others do. He said, okay, switch over here. Studying failed. Courtney, you failed your first try, hoping to pass January 19th. So try to relieve the stress and the emotions from failing that first time. Start trusting yourself. Look at your score sheet and go back over the areas that you missed the most points in. I know that sounds like a basic suggestion, but that's really what you need to do, especially if those areas are very heavily tested. You can tell that by most of the score sheets say like the number total for that section, the number you got correct, and then you do the math and figure out which number you missed the most points in. If you're in a state that just shows the graph and doesn't give actual numbers, just whichever graph is the least full is the one you missed the most points in. Go back and look at those sections. Watch the About to Study video, watch the Pump to Pass video. Trust yourself. You got this. You're going to get there. Brittany, you only have 6 days to study. That's what you're nervous about, and supposed to test tomorrow and Wednesday. So just get through the videos you can. Take a quiz and see the areas you do poorly in, and then go back and study those areas. Don't worry about over quizzing, because then you're just going to memorize that quiz. Don't retake the same quiz, because you just memorize those quiz questions. That's not going to help you. Take a quiz or take a practice exam, see the areas you score poorly in, and then go back and get brushed up on those areas, and you'll be ready for tomorrow. Trust yourself. Manifest the pass for yourself. Not, I hope I pass. I'm so nervous. I hope I do well. Say, I'm going to do well. I'm going to pass. I'm going to have an amazing career in insurance. This is just a step I need to get past, and it will happen for me, and your pass will happen. Jules said Florida Life and Health. Nice. Caitlin said retaking Florida Life and Health for the third time. Any advice? I would look at your previous score sheets, especially your most recent score sheet. And again, just like I had previously explained, what you want to do is to look at the areas you scored that you missed the most points in. Go back and study those areas, especially if they have a lot of weight on the exam. It always helps to brush up on the general insurance terms, because understanding that basic definition for even the all lines vocab will really help you understand what the questions are asking, score points on just the straight up vocab questions, and also help you on questions where you're not quite sure what the answer is, but understanding a foundation of that vocab will help you eliminate irrelevant answers and narrow your selection down. Also, look at your Florida State exam content outline. That will really help you, because it breaks it down. It's put out by your testing provider, and they break it down by section and everything in that section that they like to ask on. Retaking Florida. So yes, some of the questions are scenario based. Rob. You just have to be. That's why a lot of the times we say, don't worry about over quizzing yourself. because you're going to learn those exact questions. And what we really want you to do is understand the concepts. So instead of going back and just retaking the same quiz and memorizing the question exactly how it's written, you need to understand the concept. So when it's put into a scenario form, you'll be much more prepared for that. Ellie, you said you have the gold package from Melissa. Do I need something different for my state? Do I need to learn? That I need to learn that is not on the gold package. So, Ellie, the thing with the classic gold is it doesn't have any state specific information. The classic gold package has the most tested topics in the most detailed way and the easiest ways to remember. Over 30 hours of video, whether you're doing life and health or PNC. So that's great, but it's not state specific. If you need the state specific things for your state, such as your state laws, you'll at least want to upgrade to the Gold Plus, because when you upgrade to Gold Plus, that includes our state exam or state specific study guide that we would send you out. Now, that would cover all your state laws, all the specific things for your state. Also, with upgrading to the Gold Plus, you would get access to our quiz and exam package to help you study. Now, you can do that by finding the upgrade link in your Gold dashboard. When you open your Gold dashboard, you'll see a link that says Upgrade My Course. Click on that, find the one you want to upgrade to, add that to your cart, and once you get into the shopping cart is when you see the discount where it takes off what you've already paid for your package for the gold and just makes you pay the difference on the cost of whichever tier you want to upgrade to. Really, what I suggest is you would join at least the Gold Plus Live or Platinum. That's because Gold Plus Live has everything the Gold Plus has, with the addition of having access to all the Insurance Exam Queen live classes and game nights. So Melissa's teaching classes, Peter teaches classes, I teach class, and then I also host weekly game nights for PNC and Life and Health, where we play Kahoot study games. And you get access to all that if you join at least Gold Plus Live. Now, if you want even more support than that, where you can text myself or Melissa and not have to wait for us to go live for Ask Me Anythings, that's when you would want to upgrade to Platinum, because it has all the benefits of Gold Plus Live with that ability to text Melissa and I in a texting group. Gavin, you just passed your test. Yay! Great job, Gavin. Studying 3 weeks to finish. Used Kaplan and the free videos on YouTube. That's great. Thank you guys so much. The Queen made this thing all make sense. Yes, so I actually I used Magellan, which is a Pittsburgh-based pre-licensing course here in Pennsylvania when I was studying for my PNC, and used all of Melissa's free YouTube content. And then when I was studying for my life and health, I said the free stuff helped so much on the PNC side. I'm definitely going through gold, and did the gold Excel bundle when I went for my life and health. And also that was a first time pass. But yeah, the YouTube videos can be great. And just if you want more support than that, that's when we recommend you go into our tiers. Gold being the best, most detailed videos, easiest way to remember all those topics with the most memory tricks, and easy explanations direct from Melissa. You will hear Melissa's voice in your head when you're taking the test with all those memory tricks. So we have a 90% first time pass rate for anyone who uses gold or platinum, and a 90% second time pass rate for the people that just missed it by a few points that first time. When they have to retake it, there's a 90% second time pass rate as well. But we are so excited for you, Gavin, that you got your pass, and we will be ready for you when you're wanting to start the next line of authority. Danita, you said, hello, you got the bronze, but want to make sure that you pass. What upgrade should you do? So you're only taking life. So, Danita, whether you do PNC or life and health, it's property and casualty or life and health. So you would just, if you're only doing life, you would get the life and health package, just like you did with bronze, but only watch the life videos. We recommend you take the life and health together, especially if you're in a state that allows you to take the combined exam and not forces you to separate them, because then your license is stronger than somebody who just has life or just has health. When you decide if you ever want to go for the other side, you would already have the life and health license or lines of authority on your license. You wouldn't have to go retake the test just to get the health certification. So we really recommend you sit for both if you can. As far as which one is best for you to upgrade, you have bronze. I say you would upgrade to gold. There is an upgrade link inside of your bronze course that you can click and at least upgrade to gold plus, because then you get the state study guide and quiz pack with your gold course videos. But if you want those live classes, you're going to want to do at least the gold plus live. But I would go no lower than gold. Yeah, Ohio, Gavin, Ohio. Oh, no, you said you just passed. Who was it that said? It was Danita. Levon, you passed your test this December 4th. Awesome job. Yay. We love hear about passing. Thanks to trainers for all the help and free videos on YouTube. Insurance Exam channel. Yes, Levon, we're so happy you got your pass as well. Using our free resources, we're here for you when you're ready to start the next line of authority. Always consider going gold. It'll bring you even more confidence you had when you just use the free resources on YouTube. Like, I went into my PNC confident doing all the reading material I had to for the Magellan stuff. I went in with confidence watching Melissa's free YouTube videos. When I did my life and health, because I went through the gold package, I was like, there is no way I'm not seeing pass on the screen. Like, I was confident and then some. Trust, you really got to start trusting yourself. Tell yourself you're going to pass, and it's going to happen for you. Thanks for reinforcing that, Gavin. The vocab, understanding the basic vocab, like you said, you just thought of it as a big vocab test, is such a big help, because you will score easy points on questions that are straight vocab. And then in other questions that you're unsure of, you'll see some of those vocab words pop up as a possible answer. And you can say, oh, well, that has nothing to do with what they're asking. throw it out and eliminate that sample size for possible question or possible answers. So great point, Gavin. Budget, you submitted a background check and fingerprints for PNC on Saturday. Wondering how long it takes to update your license to active. It just depends. It's that all depends on the state and how fast they get it all approved. You said you did it on Saturday. Typically, it's a couple of days before you see that all get updated. On the advances was given to trust your instinct. Yes. So I failed your health insurance general exam a few times, but because you kept second guessing your answers, you need to trust yourself. For the life insurance, you passed both. Agree with understanding the concept. Please be sure to understand the concept. It'll help. Yes, thank you so much for reinforcing that. Miss Dixon, you've taken the PNC 3 times. It's the concept that you score mid 63, 66, 68, insurance terms and related concepts. So the big thing to look for, Miss Dixon, is that you're increasing your score each time. You went from 63 to 66 to 68, and you just keep doing better each time. So it's going to happen for you. You're learning more each time, going back and studying the areas you need to come up with a better score, and that's obvious. So keep at it, and your score is going to happen for you. Anchor, you said you have your personal lines exam tomorrow for the state of Mississippi. No, turn that frown upside down. I don't like that frown. You got this. Watch the About to Study video today as you're doing some studying today. And then tomorrow morning, make sure you get a good dinner tonight, get to bed at a decent time, and trust that you put in the work and that you're going to do well tomorrow. That you're not only going to do well, you're going to pass. So tomorrow morning when you're eating your bowl of Wheaties for some brain fuel for the day, I want you to watch the Pump to Pass video. That'll help boost that confidence. Instead of me just telling you how smart you are and that you've already done enough work, Melissa's going to be the one telling you, take some deep breaths. Remember all the things we talked about, and you're going to pass. You got this. So if you can't afford to purchase gold, Courtney, what we recommend is you pull up the state exam content outline for your state. So you said Florida Life and Health. So this works for any state, any line of authority. You just got to plug in the spots that you need to. So Court Robin says they are in, she's in Florida Life and Health. So what you're going to search is, and this is in the Google search bar, Florida Life and Health Insurance Exam Content Outline. Florida Life and Health Insurance Exam Content Outline. It's going to be one of the first couple responses that come up. It's from your state's testing provider. And click on that link. It's probably going to be a giant document with all the actual outlines for your state's insurance exams. And you'll have to scroll through the document to find the exact line of authority you're looking for, which would be life and health. Sometimes you luck out and it's just that one outline. But what this does is it's put out by your state's testing provider, and they break it down exactly by section and tell you what exactly they test on in each of those sections. There's no example questions there. Some of the outlines have example questions towards the end of the document. Most don't. But it's not going to be like, this is the way we ask you. It's just, these are the terms and the concepts you need to know for each of these sections. And as long as you look that over and you feel confident, you're going to be great, because that's what they ask you on. And you can look up those outlines for free. And then if there's any topics on that outline that you feel unconfident with, just go on YouTube and search like Insurance Exam Queen homeowners policies or Insurance Exam Queen annuities. You're doing life and health, so annuities is one on life and health that a lot of people struggle with. We do have some free videos on annuities. Now, the YouTube content is not near the detail or length of video that you'll find in the gold package. So, yes, do it on Google. So, Florida Life and Health Insurance Exam Content Outline. Something else to consider, Court, is that you want to invest in yourself. So you want to make sure you pass. And we have a 90% first time pass rate, 90% second time pass rate with both the gold and the platinum levels. So gold, the classic gold is $99. So that's going to get you over 30 hours of video, all the tested topics, easiest way to remember with that 90%, first time pass backing. And it does seem like a lot of money for someone who says they can't afford it. Trust me, I've been there. It's why I used YouTube for my PNC, but definitely invested in myself when I went for my life and health. And if it takes $99 to buy the gold for you to completely trust yourself and go in and pass that exam, isn't that better than going in scared each time, not confident, not trusting yourself, and end up having to retake it even more times? So the more times you take it, the further that pushes out you actually getting your license and requires you to pay to take that exam each time again. Where if you take the time, invest in yourself, and get the gold package, you will just have so much more confidence and be so much more prepared. We actually have a gift option. So Christmas is around the corner. On the website, let me pull it up here. So I'm putting this into the chat now. This is a way someone can gift you gold. So people are going to start asking you what you want for the holidays. Tell them that you want gifted the gold package with Insurance Exam Queen. Let me put it here on YouTube or on Facebook as well. There we go. That's pinned. All right. Yeah, so that would be a great option for you. Tell someone that's asking you what you want for the holidays to gift you gold. And that link there will allow them to fill in your name and your information, and they put in their payment information and gift you the gold package. So budget, not all of them give percents. Some of them break it down by number of question. So you would have to do the math to figure out what the percentage is um, for that section. Some of the outlines give the exact percentage and number of questions. Some just do percentage. Some just, and you have to do the math to figure out the number of questions. And other states give you the number of questions, and you have to figure out the percentage. Um, but either way, that it's definitely helpful to look up the state exam outline. So Mystics, and I know you said you've struggled with the PNC, but you do keep increasing your score, and you know you can do it because you passed your life and health. So you got this. You know that it's just start trusting yourself. Take your handwritten notes. Make yourself flashcards. Uh, with PNC, it helps to make a lot of charts as well. So chart out the differences in the homeowners policies and the dwelling policies and the similarities they have. So make some charts, use those, make flashcards, review your notes, make sure you're handwriting your notes as you're watching the videos. And I have full faith that one of these next times is going to be your pass because you keep increasing your score. So I did just put into the comments on YouTube for Courtney. You said you do have gold and wanted to know if you needed something more. That's up to you. So if you're good with just our videos and the downloadable notes and that you can get from the gold package, that's great. Use our classic gold. But the link I just provided shows you the differences between classic gold, gold plus live, and platinum. If you'd want to upgrade to any of those inside your gold course, there's a link that you can upgrade to any of those tiers just by paying the difference. So if you would want the state specific study guide, or if you want live classes, you would have to upgrade to that Gold Plus Live for the live classes. Just the study guide, upgrade to Gold Plus. If you want to be able to text me and Melissa at any time to get answers for whatever you're studying, any questions you have, you'll want to go to Platinum. Remember that each tier has everything that the tier before it included. But each tier you go up, you get a little bit more and more benefits each time. Darren, you passed your 215 and you want to do adjusters next. Yay! You got your pass. So you want to do adjusters next. That's awesome. We do have an adjusters course. The adjusters course we have start at gold, and there is a platinum adjusters. We handle all the PNC side of the adjuster, and We have Angela that works with us that handles all the adjuster side of the PNC exam, or I mean, of the adjuster's exam. Sorry. Absolutely, Courtney. We're happy to help. Oh, okay. We got someone on Facebook asking a question. So, Renee, you said you purchased gold. You're glad you did. You feel it will help you pass Kentucky Health. You have taken it one time and did retake your exam this week. Great. So, Renee, at the top of the comments, I have pinned an about to study video and the pump to pass video. These are both also in your mindset playlist within your gold course. Watch these videos before you're studying, and then watch pump to pass before you go take your exam next week, like the morning of your exam. It'll really help boost your confidence that day. Um, So another video that I have posted in the comments on Facebook, and I can share it here to YouTube in a second, is Peter's test taking tips video. Um, Definitely watch that video. It's Peter walking you through how they like to write uh, tricky exam questions and just overall test taking tips. You can either take that as a live class if you have Gold Plus Live or Platinum, or you can watch the recorded version of it on YouTube. Highly recommend you watch that. That'll definitely in itself boost your confidence in being less afraid of how they like to trip you up on the exam and write those tricky questions. So let's get it here so I can post it to YouTube. YouTube will not allow me to post all of my links together like Facebook will. Peter's test taking tips. Here we go. Just shared that into the comments on YouTube as well. It's how to handle difficult test questions. That is a great video that Peter has. And here's Peter's test taking tips. Any other questions we have? See, we still have some people watching on YouTube. Still have some couple people on Facebook. Any other questions? Happy to help you. Don't be shy. Trust me, we've heard all the questions. No such thing as a silly question. Really, the only question that's silly is the one that you're not brave enough to step up and ask. That question that you keep to yourself and then end up on exam day, you're like, wow, I wish I would have, reached out and asked Steve that question. Those are the questions that are silly because you kept it to yourself. So, any tips for Armani? The one The biggest tip I can tell you for PNC in South Carolina is to look up the South Carolina PNC State Exam Content Outline. Google South Carolina Property and Casualty Insurance Exam Content Outline. South Carolina Property and Casualty PNC or Property and Casualty Insurance Exam Content Outline. It's going to be one of the first couple links that come up, and that will break it down by section on exactly what South Carolina tests on. This outline is put out by your state's testing provider. So you don't have to worry about, who gave me this information. It's literally like a cheat sheet that the state's testing provider gives you. It's every state has it. There tells you exactly what to expect on their exam. Another big tip for you: start trusting yourself. Know you're putting in the work studying. Say, I got this. I'm going to pass. Trust yourself. Boost that confidence in yourself. Watch the About to Study video we have on YouTube. Watch the Pump to Pass video that we have on YouTube as well, the morning of your exam. Watching the About to Study and that Pump to Pass video are so helpful in boosting your mindset, boosting that confidence. I hope that helps. Any other questions out there? Kina, is commercial included in Gold Plus? So commercial is included in the Property and Casualty Gold. You're right. It is included in Gold Plus. So any of the tiers you go above Gold all have the same core Gold videos. So like if you get Gold Plus, the videos you watch are the Gold videos. Gold Plus then goes above and beyond and gives you access to our Insurance Exam Queen State Study Guide and our Insurance Exam Queen Quiz and Exam Bundle. But it is going to cover commercial for sure. There's plenty of videos on commercial. Now, the great thing about our Gold is Melissa's going to say, listen, commercial is a huge, huge, overwhelming chapter. They can only ask you so much about commercial because there's so much other stuff to ask you about on the PNC. So Melissa will help break down the commercial and say, yeah, commercial's a lot. I get it. But here's what to focus on. Instead of learning this whole chunk, like for example, instead of learning all the different symbols for commercial auto, every single individual symbol, you don't have to do that. As long as you're remembering the chunks of what the symbols are for commercial auto, you're going to be in such a better spot. Watching our Gold videos on commercial will help you do that and focus on what to study that's heavily tested versus overwhelming yourself on so much they could ask you for commercial. Let's make you study this instead of this. You're welcome. Now, let me post here for you. Let me get you a good link. I do have it pinned to the comments in Facebook as well. But this link will help you decide which of those tiers is best for you. I recommend really going at least with Gold Plus Live or Platinum because those are the tiers that are going to get you the most resources with us. With Gold Plus Live, it has everything that the Gold Plus has. So Gold Core videos, state specific study guide, insurance exam queen quiz and exam pack. Then you get the live classes. Melissa, Peter, and myself, all three teach live classes. In addition to that, you get access to the live game nights that I run. And then if you even need more than that and want to be able to text Melissa and I in a texting study group at any time and not have to wait for me to go live on Facebook and YouTube, you would want to go to Platinum. And then you'd have almost constant access to Melissa and I. You type a question whenever you are studying or have a weird question, whatever, and we jump in and answer it as soon as we can. And that's at the Platinum level. So you can go as low as Gold and get all the Gold videos. Go Gold Plus for that little bit more than that. Go Gold Plus Live to get all the Gold Plus with the live classes, and get Platinum to get everything Gold Plus has, or Gold Plus Live, with the addition of texting Melissa and I. Any other questions out there? People have been really, really active today, asking lots of questions. No one's shy. Getting all the help they need. We've heard all the questions you can ask. Trust us. Like, you think it might be a silly question. It's not. If asking your question helps you get your confidence up and helps you get your pass, then it was worth it. There's no such thing as a silly question unless you don't ask it. Those are the silly questions, the ones you don't ask. So just to kind of refresh, for those of you that are still hanging out, a lot of people say, hey, what's the best tips for my state? Best tips for your state is to look up your state exam content outline. Do that by searching your state, whichever state you're in, the line of authority you're studying, and then insurance exam content outline. It's going to be one of the first Google responses. Pull up that outline. Make sure if it's all the outlines together that you click on, that you're scrolling through to find your exam outline that you need. Some of the states put them all together on one document. So just scroll through and look for the heading for your exam, but it breaks it down by section. Pair that with what you're learning in your state approved pre-licensing course or in any of our content, and you're going to be great. It's a great way to boost that confidence. Start trusting yourself. Trust your answers that you're giving on the exam. Don't go in and start changing answers just because you're not trusting yourself. More than likely, that first answer is the correct answer. Watch Peter's test taking tips video. Even better, take it as a live class. You can do that by signing up for Gold Plus Live. I run a weekly study skills class where we talk about how to make flashcards, different study tips, test taking tips, You can take that class by registering for Gold Plus Live or Platinum. In addition to those study tips classes that Peter and I teach, Peter's in there teaching classes, Melissa's in there teaching classes. I run a weekly PNC and a weekly life and health game night or game day. So you can look for those. And that's all available through Gold Plus Live or Platinum. Court Robin, you said you took Excel as the state test based on what you learned. You took Excel as the state test based on what you learned from Excel. So Excel will, I forget which state you said you're in, Courtney. Let's see. Florida Life and Health. So yes, you're used. Florida still requires state approved pre-licensing. As long as you passed your final exam within Excel and got your certificate, you can sit for the test in Florida. Since Florida still requires pre-licensing, you do need at least to use them. In addition to using your Excel, once you get that certificate for Excel, I would focus more on our content than you would the Excel content. The Excel content is going to cover everything within an insurance, and there's not so much focus on what's heavily tested. So once you get through and checkbox all you need to with your Excel course, start focusing on our content, because our content will focus you more to what is heavily tested, which will help you get your pass. Where's and some people are saying that they didn't quite think they can afford gold or were afraid to invest in themselves. The holidays are right around the corner. So one of the best things you could do is tell your friends and family that you want gifted gold. I just reshared that into the comments. So let's go back and we'll do that here as well. Gift gold. And that is the way your friends and family can gift you the gold package. And then if you would want, you can upgrade gold once you get into your gold package that they would buy you. You could always upgrade to the higher tiers from there. And then you're not putting up all the money since they gifted you the initial package. All right, last call. Any other questions before we get off of here today? All right, doesn't look like it. Want to thank everyone for participating today. So many good questions, so much good participation. It's great that even some of you were helping. We had a lot of passing success stories today. A lot of people backing each other and backing what I was telling you about trusting yourself, looking up that vocab, and how important that solid foundation of the all lines vocab is. And just, telling each other, you're going to get there. You're going to get your pass as well. That was awesome. That really made my day, seeing all of you be there for each other too. So for those of you who are about to test, had a couple people say they're testing this week or next week. are about to schedule their test. Wish all of you all the loves, all the vibes. Extra sprinkles on top for those of you that are about to test. You got this. Start trusting yourself. Watch that pump to pass video the day of your exam. Watch the about to study video every single time you go to study. It'll help lock in all that valuable information and make your study time more worth it. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye.